Dear students, today we are going to start with our last module, that is module 6, and this module is dealing with evaluating model performance or how we can evaluate our machine learning model. That is the main topic involved in this particular module. The contents involved in this module are evaluating model performance, which involves the topics like precision and recall, confusion metrics, cross-validation, bootstrap sampling. And another important topic is that improving model performance with ensemble learning, which involves bagging and boosting, introduction to random forest. So this module, the sixth module, is having a total 12 mark weightage for the university examination. And today we are going to start with how we can evaluate the first topic, how to evaluate the model performance. So before entering to the evaluating model performance, we have to think about what is the need for evaluating a machine learning model. The process of evaluating machine learning algorithms needed since algorithms having varying strengths and weaknesses. Thus should distinguish among the learners to forecast how a learner will perform on future data. So in this particular module, we have to specify what is the need for, or we have to consider what is the need for evaluating machine learning problems or machine learning models. The main thing is that we are having a large number of machine learning algorithms, and this type of machine learning algorithms are having varying strengths and weaknesses. That is one point. For a particular case, some algorithm will work more accurately than some other algorithms that we have to consider. Then this test should distinguish among the learners. That is, evaluation criteria involves strengths and weaknesses of the algorithm, as well as this test can be easily distinguished among the learners, and it can be also used for considering the forecasting feature of future data. So these are the three important concerns which are dealing with evaluating the model performance. Then how these classifiers are evaluated? The classifiers are evaluated which reflects on the types of data at our disposal. It involves actual class values, predicted class values, estimated probability of prediction. So the actual and predicted class values are the key to evaluation. So I already told you that we have to evaluate the model performance because we are using different types of algorithms. Now how these algorithms or how this model is evaluated? So all the classifiers algorithms are evaluated based upon three types or three main categories. It should be based upon actual class value. That means what are the actual data inside the training data set. Then what the model predicts, predicted class values, as well as the estimated probability of the prediction. What is the chance for estimating the correct class, or what is the chance for classifying a data under correct class. So the actual and predicted class values are the key to evaluation. This is same as just like a teacher uses an answer key to assess the student answers, we need to know the correct answer for a machine learning prediction. So we know that while evaluating a paper, teacher uses an answer key just to cross check the student answer is correct. Likewise, we have to cross check our machine learning model. We know the correct answer and whether we have to evaluate the system will produces the correct answer or not. So while I am checking your paper, I am having this idea. I just look at the slide. What is the correct answer? And based upon that, I have to evaluate your answer sheet. So if you are not specifying that points, the correct points in your answer sheet, then your marks will be reduced. Likewise, we are having correct answer in our hand. At the same time, we are using by using the machine learning algorithm, we are trying to predict whether the model should produce the correct class or not. So the main goal of evaluation or the goal of evaluating model performance is to maintain two vectors of data. We have to keep two vectors of data, one holding the correct or actual class values and the other holding predicted class values. So one vector is having the actual data and another vector is having our predicted, that means the model predicted class values. Both vectors must have same number of values stored in the same model, and these vectors are arranged in the same pattern. For first data, for the first element, the vector comprises, or it will be dealing with first data. Likewise, first vector in the predicted class value is depending on the same data, predicted class. And this is just a pictorial representation, which is specifying this is a machine learning model, and based on our research so far, surely we continue to profit. And this is the profit produced by this particular machine learning algorithm, or the accuracy produced by this particular model. Then this is another model, and this another model specifies that I made your confidence, but I admire your confidence, but must remain cautiously optimistic. That means you have to produce the results correctly for all the cases. So the main point in the evaluation for our machine learning models, we have to use a concept called confusion matrices for evaluating the model performance. So as by name, confusion matrices, the confusion matrices is by the term itself, it specifies that it is a matrix. So we know what is a matrix. Matrix is a table-like format which is having rows and columns. There will be an order for the matrix. Likewise, we have to specify a particular arrangement of our actual class values as well as predicted class values for the evaluation. So move on to the confusion matrix, a table that categorizes predictions according to whether they match the actual value. So confusion matrix is also a matrix which generating some confusion. At the same time, it's a table that categorizes predictions according to whether they match the actual values. That is, one dimension of the table represents the predicted value and another dimension represents the actual values. That is, one of the table dimensions possible categories of predicted values, while the another dimension actual values. Although we have only seen 2x2 confusion matrices so far, a matrix can be created for models that predict any number of class values. So for a binary classification problem means the final output is having two classes, yes or no, positive or negative, good or bad. Likewise, such a cases we have to produce a 2x2 confusion matrix. While we are discussing the case of IRIS dataset, IRIS dataset is having final evaluation is having three types of classes. Setosa, vesicular, so and so. Three classes are there. Anyway, three classes are there. So if it is 3-class problem, then they have to produce 3x3 matrix. So most of the cases we are using the 2x2 confusion matrices. And this is the general way of representing a confusion matrix. For a 2x2 or for a binary class model, we are having a 2x2 confusion matrix, and these are the two classes A and B. So the top area represents the predicted class A, and this is predicted class A column, predicted class B column, and this is actual class. This is the original data values, actual class A data values and actual class B data values. The entries in the table represents the count, the number of items belonging to this particular area. Likewise, for a 3-class model, this is for binary class model and this is for 3-class model. That means we are having 3 classes for classification. So for 3-class problem, we are having a 3 by 3 matrix. So the predicted classes are represented as column wise A, B, C, and the actual classes are represented row wise A, B, C. So if you are looking at the diagonal element, in case of 2 by 2 matrix, the diagonal element represented by 0. That means the diagonal of the matrices is having the correct prediction. And all other values, if in case of this 3 by 3 matrix, this is a diagonal element, that means this is the correct prediction, and all others are incorrect predictions or false predictions. So what is the meaning of correct prediction? Correct prediction means we are already having, we know what should be the exact value, actual value. The predicted value is, our model prediction will be equal to the actual class value, then it can be termed as correct classification. Correct predictions falls on the diagonal in the confusion matrix, which is normally represented by the letter 0 or O. Incorrect predictions means the off-diagonal matrix cells indicated the cases where the predicted values differs from the actual value. If there is any difference in the cases of predicted value and actual value, that count will be represented in the terms of incorrect predictions. The performance measures for classification models are based on the counts of predictions falling on and off the diagonal in these tables. So remember, correct prediction means actual value and correct prediction means actual value and predicted value are same, and others feel the difference in incorrect prediction means the difference in actual value and predicted value. Now we have to consider 2 more terms, positive class and negative class. The class of our interest is termed as positive class and all other classes are termed as negative class. So this session will be continued in the next video. Thank you.